everybody, it's Hexa, and today we are in my bathroom and my hair looks weird, which can only mean one thing. Today, or in today's video, we are going to be dyeing my hair. I'm not sure if I'm going to dye my whole head tonight or tomorrow or in a couple days, but anyways, I want to get it done nice and blue before Christmas so that my hair can look kind of okay in our holiday pictures. The hair dye I'm going to be using today is the Lime Crime Unicorn Hair in the shade Anime. Honestly, when I saw this, I was so excited because it pretty much looks like my perfect blue. Like when I look for a blue hair dye, this is exactly the kind of shade I'm looking for. I want a really nice, bright blue that's not dark and not light, you know, just like a bright turquoise kind of color. So I was really excited about this and it smells amazing. First of all, like, let me just say, this hair dye smells so good. It's got a bit of coconut to it, but it's also got a bit of like floweriness to it. I don't know what it smells like, but it smells really, really nice. It actually smells similar to the Fenty Beauty Foundation to me. I don't know if that's weird, but I feel like it smells kind of like the Fenty Beauty Foundation. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys know what I'm doing today, actually. So as you can see, I've got this like little strand sticking out of the side of my head. I wanted to do a strand test, and I also have a patch test going on my arm. They say you're supposed to leave this for like 24 hours and then wash it off and check for any redness or irritation. So I will probably do that. I actually have never bothered to do a patch test before, so like I deserve an award for actually like giving a shit and paying attention. But honestly, I don't feel like you can get any really bad allergic reactions from these kinds of like pigment-based hair dyes. This hair dye essentially, like, it has no peroxides or any like harsh chemicals in it. It's literally just like pigments pretty much. So here's the deal. I had wanted to only dye like the bottom part of my hair that has been bleached before and like leave my natural color as it is without like touching it with any hair dye, but I don't want to go to the hairdresser and it might be kind of hard to pull that off by myself. So for the strand test, I put hair dye on the full length of my hair. I don't know if you can tell, but there's hair dye on both like the bleached part and the natural part of my hair because I just want to see what it will look like on my natural hair, and it will probably wash out of my natural hair a lot faster, and like the color will probably gradually disappear by itself, especially on the natural part of my hair. The bleached part might stay stained for a little bit longer, but essentially I just wanted to see how the color would look over my natural dirty blonde, because sometimes blues tend to turn into this really ugly, murky, swampy kind of green when you put them over dirty blonde. So I just wanted to see the color on this one strand and make sure it doesn't look too horrible. And then we'll see. Maybe I will still try to avoid my natural hair, or maybe I'll just like massage it into my whole head. I'm not sure yet, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna fade out of my natural hair by itself reasonably quickly, so I'm not too worried about it. Anyways, I also need gloves. I don't have gloves, and I applied my strand test and patch test with my fingers, and they're already like stained. So that makes me feel like this blue hair dye is really, really pigmented, because the hair dye was literally on my hands for less than 30 seconds. And when I washed it off, it still stained my fingers and my nails and everything. So I'm going to need gloves. Usually I don't bother and I just like deal with having blue hands for a week, but I don't want to have blue hands on Christmas. So, and plus I have like bullet journaling videos to do now where I need my hands in the shot and they have to look nice. So I'm going to try to find some gloves and hopefully protect my hands from any staining. And I will get back to you guys on, you know, the whole hair dye application process and how all of that goes. I'm super, super excited to try out this hair dye. I think it's going to be beautiful. The part of my hair that's been bleached before, this part is looking really, really nice. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a great blue. And this is like twice the size of the Manic Panic jars that I usually use. So I feel like I can get 2 full head of dye, like 2 full uses out of this little jar. So I like that because I have a lot of commitment for blue. So I don't like to have to buy lots and lots of jars all the time. So if I can use this twice, it's got me covered for like 6 months, which is pretty great. Anyways guys, I will get back to you when I apply this to my whole hair and let you guys know how the strand test turned out and everything like that. Stick around. I'm super, super excited to be trying the unicorn hair. I honestly think it's gonna be really good. Okay, I'm back. I've turned the camera this way a little bit more so that I'm facing head on towards the lights in the bathroom. I just rinsed out and dried this strand of hair, and I feel like the blonde part looks pretty good. Like, it went a little bit gray, but it didn't go like a gross looking swampy green. And then over here, I feel like I didn't saturate the color very well because like in that transition between the blonde and the bleach, it looks a little bit patchy. But overall, this is a really nice color. I feel like it looks okay with my natural hair. It looks okay over my natural hair. It just turns it a little bit gray and dull, but it doesn't like turn it into a really ugly color. Let me just like, I've untied that, so let's see how it looks when you're looking at the part of my hair that the hairband was on that didn't get any color on it. I feel like it's still a little bit wet, so you're not seeing like a true perfect color. But it looks pretty much perfect. Like there's no difference really between the hairband part and the part that had the blue on it. I'm pretty happy with this. I feel like I can massage this into my scalp, into all of my hair without anything going wrong. Cool. Nice. Okay, let's untie my hair. I'm sorry my hair looks like gross as fuck. I haven't washed it in a couple days and it's a little bit oily and gross. Honestly, the roots of my hair have been so dry for months and months and months. I'm actually like really happy that they're getting a little bit more like oily and moisturized by themselves now naturally. Since I stopped bleaching my hair, it has gotten so much better, and like I actually have natural oils in my scalp again. Like before I was getting, like my hair was falling out and my whole length of my hair was really dry and damaged and thin and just terrible. And now it's actually oily, like it gets oily after a few days, which is insane. So yeah, taking a break from bleach actually really helped my hair. But okay, there we have, you can see the little streak of freshly dyed blue among the rest of my hair. It's a very nice color. I'm really, really loving it. I think I might dye it tonight or tomorrow, I'm not sure. I feel like maybe I should wash my hair before I color it so that it doesn't, like the oiliness of my hair doesn't disturb the formula of the hair dye in any way. But I'm super glad that the color goes on over my natural hair okay. Like it doesn't make it look murky and disgusting. It just turns it a little bit gray, but it looks pretty good. I've still got my little patch test going on here. I don't think I'm gonna leave it for the full 24 hours because like I don't want this to stain my bed sheets overnight or anything like that. But so far so good. Doesn't feel weird. It's not itching or stinging or anything. So I think I should be fine. Anyways, I will come back when I do my whole head of hair. I'm super duper excited. I've been waiting to like re-dye my hair for so long. It's been looking terrible for months. So I'm really happy I finally have my hair dye. Alright, I'm filming this in the reflection of my bathroom mirror. This is the mirror. I'm filming my reflection. Now there's fingerprints all over my mirror. So I'm not quite sure where to look. I'm trying to look at the reflection of the camera. Hopefully this is working out. I'm keeping good eye contact with my audience. But anyways, I put on ye old hair dyeing shirt, my Marilyn Manson shirt. Apparently, I haven't worn this since I was in Romania because it kind of smells like my grandma's clothing detergent. But anyways, I decided not to wash my hair because the oiliness on my roots will probably make the color like not stick to my roots as much, which is what I wanted in the first place. The ends and the part that I actually do want colored are a bit more dry anyways, so it's fine. My mom went and got some latex gloves for me from the pharmacy. Oh, those actually open quite easily. Yay. Alright, super duper. If you want, you can isolate the skin on your face and your ears and stuff with some Vaseline or something. I'm not really going to bother with that because it's no big deal. But whew, it's been a while since I've dyed my own hair actually. It's been a little while. I haven't dyed my hair in a long time, since the summer, and I am feeling a little bit nervous. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so I've tied up the top part of my hair and I'm just gonna start dyeing the bottom of my hair. Let's get these gloves on. I have a little like bracelet on my right hand. Can you see? Can you see? I'm just hoping that string gets covered up by the gloves and doesn't get stained. Woo! I tried to figure out how to take it off, couldn't take it off, so we're just gonna go for it. These are size L gloves. Do they fit me? Yes, they do. They don't cover the bracelet though. They kind of do, but not very well. I'm kind of, it should be fine. It should be fine. Open, okay. Ooh. Alright, let's open this. This was really hard to open. Did I mention, usually with the Manic Panic ones, I have problems with the safety seal. With the unicorn hair, it was really hard to get this lid off initially. I don't know what it was, but this lid was really, really stiff when I opened it for the Strand test. But it's fine now, obviously. Oh, I can't get over the smell. It smells so freaking good. Okay, we're just gonna grab a good sized little dollop and go for it. Oh my god, the latex gloves are giving my hair a lot of static. Oh, that's hard. That's annoying. Oh, that's gonna rain on my parade a little bit. Already got blue hair dye on my ear. You know, that's a good sign. That's a good start. And on my neck now. Okay, yay. How do doctors literally perform surgery with these things on? Like, I can't feel anything. I'm not going all the way up to my scalp. I'm kind of just like working this in about halfway up, or just kind of randomly. I'm not trying to be super, super precise with the application because I don't need to be. I hope I don't mess up the back of my head though. That's the only part that's usually kind of challenging, is getting the back of my head nice and saturated. But I have enough product in this one bottle to like mess up. If I make any mistakes, there's enough. Alright, so that's what the back of my head is looking like. Whew. Alright, now let's just untie this. Okay. My mom thought I was dyeing my hair red today, and she got super mad. But I'm not dyeing my hair red, I'm doing blue still. But I do want to try red over my natural color once I grow it out sometime next year, or in 2018. I'm not sure when this video is going up. I feel like it's going okay. I've grown out my hair enough that it's like actually not that hard to avoid my natural hair, at least partially. So I'm going kind of halfway up into the natural hair part of my hair, and yeah. Do you get what I mean? It's probably gonna look kind of patchy and a little weird, but it should be okay. So what have you guys been up to? Just making small talk. I've been watching a lot of like ridiculous prank videos, like couples pranks on YouTube recently. I don't know why, but I've just gotten into like really terrible prank videos, like pregnancy pranks and breakup pranks and fainting pranks and shit like that. It's so bad, but it's so good. Like, there's the cruelest thing ever. I think it's just horrible. It's a horrible idea to prank your partner like that. But they're really entertaining to watch, but I would never do that. The fainting prank I think is stupid because, like, what if then, like, you actually faint ever and then, like, your partner doesn't believe you and doesn't help because you've pranked them with it before, you know? And then with the pregnancy prank as well, what happens if you then actually get pregnant? So stupid. But hilarious and entertaining. But sometimes it's really sad, because sometimes with the pregnancy prank, some of the guys like reacted really like cutely and were like so excited to be a dad. Like they were scared because they're like, oh no, we shouldn't be having a baby right now, but then they get excited and they're like, I'm a dad! And it's like, why would you do that to somebody? Their poor heart, like, so bad. Honestly, I feel like it's good. I'm kind of shook. I've only used up like a third of the bottle, which never happens. Like usually I use up a lot more product than this for a full head of dye, so I'm a little surprised. I'm just rinsing my gloves right now before I tie my hair back. All right, and now I'm gonna grab this black hair tie over here and just tie my hair back in a little bun and hope that I didn't miss any patches of color. Hopefully it's all well saturated. It looks okay. You know what, before I tie it up, I'll just give it like a few extra bits. Yeah. Pulling it through. Yes, yes. Okay, and that's what we have going on. That's my little bun. That's funny because I have a toy bunny rabbit called Bun. I'm hoping this looks okay and that the transition into my natural hair isn't too patchy. Alright, I'm taking my gloves off. I have hair dye all over me. Oh my gosh. I watched this crazy video about a scientist who got some kind of mercury or something into her blood through a pair of gloves. Like she was working with chemicals based on mercury and she was wearing gloves, but it somehow still like she dropped some onto the back of her hand with the gloves on and it somehow like got into her bloodstream and poisoned her and her brain started like shutting down. It was crazy shit. And now there's like new regulations because apparently that type of mercury can pass through gloves, latex gloves. Okay, before I go and wait for this to settle into my hair, I have to at least try to clean my neck and my ears and my face. I'm gonna grab some oil, some Body Shop Wild Argan Oil, and just spray some onto a little cotton square and just rub that onto the affected areas. Also, when I rinse my hair out in the shower, I'm going to put on another pair of latex gloves because the last time I rinsed blue hair dye out, my hands got stained, even though I had worn gloves, but my hands got stained while I was rinsing. So I'm gonna wear my gloves while I rinse it out. I'm also cleaning the outside of my bottle a little bit of my hair dye jar. Okay guys, so that's what I'm looking like now. That's the back of my head, whoop whoop, so attractive. This is literally how much there is left. Like you can't even, like, it's still full. Check that out, $16. I'd say I could use this 3 times for my hair length and still be fine. So I'm really, really impressed with the amount of product in here. I also feel like it's quite pigmented. I didn't really need that much product because it's so saturated with color. So I'm pretty impressed so far. I have high hopes for this hair dye. I think it's gonna look really good. So I will be back. I'll probably leave this in my hair for about an hour at least, maybe longer. With these types of hair dyes, you can really leave it in for as long as you possibly want, because like it does not damage your hair. Like it'll dry out eventually, but it doesn't like damage your hair at all. It doesn't, there's no chemicals in it. There's no chemical processing happening, so it doesn't matter if you leave it in like even overnight, nothing will happen to your hair. So yeah, I'm probably gonna leave it in for 1 or 2 hours. I will let you guys know what it looks like once I have rinsed it out and dried it off. Okay guys, I was going to leave my hair dye in for 1.5 hours, but it's been 1 hour and it already feels pretty dry. The color looks nice and saturated. I just feel like it's been in there long enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it out now, and I will show you guys what it looks like after. You can't see me anymore. Oh no. The hardest part is I'm rinsing my hair with warm water right now, and the water is still running blue out of my hair, but I can't tell if it's because I still have hair dye in it or because the warm water causes the color to run and to bleed more easily. Generally, you should use cold water to wash your hair when you have a really bright color in it, but it's winter, it's cold, and I ain't doing it. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm out. Ooh, I am out. I am out. I'm gonna wrap my hair up in a towel. Oh yeah. Daniel Radcliffe did an interview where he was asked if he could know anything about girls, what would it be? And he said he would want to know how we do the hair towel wrap thingy, which I thought was super cute and hilarious. It's not that hard, Daniel. You'd think for a wizard he would have better questions than that. Whew. Alrighty, so I'm gonna put on some pajamas, some clothy clothes and stuff, and blow dry my hair and come back and show you guys the result. Alright guys, there we have it. There is my color. I love it so much. I think it looks phenomenal. This blue is so bright and eye-catching and gorgeous and perfect. It's the perfect turquoise shade. It looks a lot like Atomic Turquoise by Manic Panic, but I feel like maybe some parts of it are a little bit darker. And then over here in like the transition phase between my natural hair and my bleached hair, I feel like it didn't quite catch as well. It turned a little bit greenish, but it really helped that transition actually so that it doesn't look too jarring, and it didn't contaminate my natural color either. My natural color still looks pretty nice. I feel like somewhere towards the nape of my neck, it's a little bit darker. It looks a little bit gray, where maybe I got a little more blue onto my natural hair, but overall it looks so beautiful. I'm really happy with this color. I feel like myself again. Honestly, every time I touch up my blue hair, I feel so good and so happy. Blue hair is really like my happy place. It is my color and I love it so much. Alright you guys, all in all, I really love this shade. I love this product. I feel like it's an okay pigmentation. It's not as pigmented as I thought it would be, but it's okay. It's like a solid pigmented blue. The smell of it is amazing. The quantity is really good because you can get probably, like if you have my length hair, you could probably dye your hair 2 or 3 times with just one jar. I think one jar is $16, so it's a really good price point as well. I'm super happy with my purchase, and if I wasn't so committed to blue, I would probably try a lot more of Lime Crime's unicorn hair, but I probably will stick to anime for the most part. However, once I grow out my natural hair a little bit more, I'm considering maybe trying Valentine, which is their like bright red, but like just over my natural hair without bleaching it at all. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. It's like I'm super scared to try that, honestly, because blue is my color. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat for more, and you can donate to my Patreon down below to support me and my channel. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!